Today on Selling Houses.
I've never seen Artex on a ceiling like that. Do you know what it reminds me of? My mum's Christmas cakes.
3 rival sellers snoop each other's homes.
I think she might like pink. I'm not sure.
You think?
It reminds me of like a shop.
This is so
I could not swing.
This is so small.
Okay.
One house brightens my day,
I walked in here and went, whoa!
and I get into a sticky situation.
Reminds me of a nightclub floor.
They get a week and £1,000 to make changes.
To see it just kind of just be changed is a little bit heartbreaking.
All competing to win an offer from my buyer.
Lovely wallpaper, the bed fits nicely, matching carpet, very nice. Yeah.
Today, I'm in North East London, home to the longest street market in Europe, with people coming from far and wide looking to make a purchase. They'll need more than loose change, however, to buy a property in the area, with prices rising 8% last year alone. A 4-bedroom semi around here will set you back around 600 grand. Excellent news for my 3 sellers hoping to attract an offer from my buyer, exercise and diet coach Angela. She's looking for a 4-bedroomed property that she can pass down to her children to help secure their financial future.
So you're predominantly looking to buy a property for your children?
That's right.
Lucky kids. How many have you got?
I've got 3. They're at university at the moment. I'm hoping that when they finish their studies, they'll want to come live with mum and then go off from there.
Have they sort of given you a wish list? Have they sort of said, Mum, can you go out and make sure it's got this, this and this?
Well, they do. Having 2 girls and myself, we have big wardrobes, so we need storage space.
Someone to put the shoes and all
That's
the
right.
clothes.
Yeah. I'd also want 2 reception rooms downstairs because
Right.
I'd like to also be able to work from home.
What about period properties? Do you like modern? Do you like old?
I'd say a Victorian type of house.
What about if I showed you something modern that had good investment potential? Would that be something that you would consider? Or is it purely this
I'll
is a
have a
family
look.
home?
I'll have a
Okay.
look.
Do you think you will know instantly whether something is right for you?
I work very well with my interior self, so I will. If I see something, I'll know.
Wonderful. This is going to be interesting. I hope you like them.
And to buy that period family home, Angela has a budget of 700 grand. I've selected 3 great houses, but they could all do with a little work before I show them to my buyer. First up, it's train driver Ansar and his daughter Annie. He's selling this Victorian terrace with 3 bedrooms and large through lounge to be closer to his first grandchild. But this house is much more than just bricks and mortar to Ansar.
We've lived here for 25 years. And, it's been a good home. It's got a lot of memories.
The house is really special to us. He likes to keep the memories, but he doesn't say it.
The green paint on the sides. Every time I look at it, imagine my wife.
The dated decor may be comforting to Ansar, but after 18 months languishing on the market, something needs to change. And upstairs, daughter Annie's bedroom is in a time warp too.
I was in secondary school when I had that, and I really liked the pink, but now I'm just like, oh, why
Grown
did I
out
do
of it.
pink? Yeah.
At least who's in charge is black and white.
I'm the boss, not him. My style is a little bit of vintage and a bit of modern put together, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I probably agree with her.
I would too, Ansar. This terrace is stuck in the past with a living room that needs updating and a party pink bedroom that needs toning down. However, it does have a family-sized garden that Angela would appreciate. It's on the market for just under 650 grand. Next up, it's busy working mum Dushy and her friend Nahedeh. She's looking to sell her modern 3-bedroom townhouse with a large lounge and spacious modern kitchen, so she and 3-year-old son Jaden can move south of the river.
I really want to move a bit closer to my parents, and obviously my son's getting to that age where I'm sure he'll enjoy spending a bit more time with his grandparents.
The house is perfect for family life, but it lacks a warm and personal touch.
I think I haven't really put a lot of myself in this house. I suppose part of it is because I saw it as quite a temporary place rather than a home. I guess I'm quite lazy as well.
The lack of attention certainly shows in the uninspiring lounge. This continues in the 3 bedrooms upstairs and outside.
People weren't that impressed with the garden. I can't imagine why, though.
No, me neither.
I've got a pretty good idea. At least she's got Nahedeh to keep her in check.
I'll be very honest with what I think, but also, of course, considering your opinion. As and when it's appropriate. Or, yeah.
Don't worry, I'm still in charge, aren't I?
Yeah, to an extent.
This should be interesting. This uninspiring townhouse has a thrown-together lounge and a deserted garden, giving it a temporary feel. But it does have the development potential Angela was after. It's the most expensive of my 3 properties at 700 grand. Last up, it's teacher Maisie and student son Micah, who are selling their 1920s terrace, which has 4 bedrooms, a large reception room and a conservatory off the kitchen. It's been the family home for the last 13 years, but with the kids nearly out of the house, Maisie is keen to capitalise while the going's good.
The kids have grown up now and they're starting to want to spread their wings a bit, and we don't want them under our feet until they're 50 either. So we're selling to release some cash so they can get on the markets themselves.
Maisie's got a style that's sympathetic to all the period features.
I like old fireplaces and cornices with a touch of modern.
Trouble is, she's let the rest of the family splash their own taste on the house as well.
We've kind of made all the spaces personal.
Everyone's painted their rooms how they wanted them. I started off with the red and then went for the green and sort of yellowy.
Think I've got my work cut out here. I hope you're both ready to roll your sleeves up.
We're going away. We're going on holiday on a cruise. We're leaving Micah to get on with things. Yeah, Micah's going to be in charge.
Yeah, you look thrilled about that, Micah. This colour-clashing 1920s house has a dated kitchen and garish bedrooms, which are scuppering the sale, although it does have the period charm that Angela wants. It's on the market for offers in excess of 650 grand. So it's Dushy's uninspiring townhouse, Ansar and Annie's dated terrace, and Maisie and Micah's colour-clashing home, all competing to win an offer from buyer Angela. To help my 3 sellers understand what they can do with their homes, they get the chance to have a sneaky peek at their rivals' properties. First to be snooped is Ansar and Annie's dated terrace, with a mismatched living room and the pinky but not so perky bedroom.
When a house is a home, it's really easy to lose sight of what a buyer actually wants. Now, this house is big and it's got a lot of potential, but I feel that it's not being shown off to its best advantage. The decor throughout is rather dated, and this room in particular, the layout is just all wrong. So when people come to view it, it leaves them rather confused.
First to snoop are Dushy and Nahedeh.
Well, I actually quite like it. It looks very light and inviting, I think.
It's nice.
Yeah, the face is out a bit, yeah.
Yeah, got a bit of character.
Good start, into the living room.
It's a bit of a clash of sort of styles,
I think
isn't it?
way too many patterns in one place together.
It's a long time since I've seen Artex ceiling. They've got this lovely coving round. I know I like green, but I would never highlight them that much.
Dushy and Nahedeh go from overwhelmed in the living room to inspired in the garden.
You can see it's a used outdoor space, whereas mine is kind of neglected and no one really goes out there unless they absolutely have to.
Barren.
Barren's the word. Upstairs, Nahedeh makes a cunning deduction.
I think she might like pink. I'm not sure.
You think?
Yeah, just maybe. I mean, it's a guess.
I think we just need to tone this down a little bit so you don't just go woo as soon as you walk in.
Obviously, colour-wise is way off for me.
But it's as vibrant as your room, you know.
She's got you bang to rights there, Micah. Maybe you could think about toning your bedroom down. This 3-bed tired terrace with the mismatch and dated decor is on at 649,995.
You are having a laugh.
How state it's in at the moment, I think people would probably think twice.
So they all feel this house with its clashing decor and ununified look isn't worth its asking price. Next up, it's Dushy's featureless townhouse, which offers spacious family living but needs a big injection of personality in the living room and some serious TLC in the garden.
This modern townhouse in a gated community has got an awful lot going for it, but for some reason it leaves me feeling a little bit cold. And when you're selling a house to any prospective buyer, it is so important to create an atmosphere that means they want to stay in the house. And this one feels a little bit drab and a little bit soulless, and I feel that that's the main reason it hasn't had any offers.
First to the front door are Maisie and Micah.
I'm not really into new builds. Soulless.
I like the colours of the doors and stuff. It looks brand new.
Divided opinions outside, inside we go.
It's quite small, you can't do a lot with it.
Yeah, and then there's all the shoes. I think that's too much.
The cluttered entrance hall trips up this property straight away, and the claustrophobia continues in the lounge.
Oh, I think you're going to like this, Dad. It's got your favourite colour wall.
Feels like a box, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We would be on top of each other in here, Mark.
It's like, at least if someone's annoyed at someone else, I can sit in this corner. They can sit over there. But in here, it's like you're right here and it's like...
You just got to look at each other right through it.
Out of the naughty corner and into what is being loosely described as a garden.
This is really small.
Well, that's not a garden. You know, you can't entertain anybody here. 2 people or 3 people at most.
But Maisie and Micah do find something positive in the kitchen.
I like kitchens like this.
The all-white ceiling always makes it look more spacious.
Upstairs, Annie learns her own bedroom could do with a lighter touch.
It's really modern and they've got everything put in place. So that's how a room should be. And I want my room to be white in this colour because I think it looks really nice.
This characterless townhouse with a bland living room and abandoned garden is on the market for 700 grand.
700?
I wouldn't pay that much, no way.
Seriously?
Mm-mm.
You're just on top of each other.
I think it's a bit more than it should be.
Yeah, but it's just like, you're not getting much for that money.
The rivals agree this house isn't offering bang for buck, but Maisie and Micah learnt that their kitchen needs serious thought, while Ansar and Annie realised that bold isn't always best. Last up is Maisie and Micah's colour-clashing family home, with the crazy kitchen ceiling and bold bedrooms, but it does have bags of period character.
For me, the main reason that this house isn't selling is that I think the photographs of it online just really aren't doing it justice. Some of the rooms feel too dark, others, like upstairs, feel way too bright and way too garish. They need to have a cohesive scheme running throughout this house in order to get those buyers through the front door.
First to arrive are Ansar and Annie.
Well, this pebble dash thing is not that. They're not good. It hides a lot of things behind it.
Lots of light going into the house, which is always good. I think it looks quite well maintained.
Tidy exterior. Inside, Ansar and Annie learn about that homely feeling in the living room.
It's just nice, isn't it? And
This does look cosy, but it looks really, really well decorated as well.
Next door in the kitchen, Ansar isn't impressed.
the ceiling, right, it reminds me of like a shop. That's a suspended ceiling, they call it.
Off the kitchen is the conservatory come office.
It does feel very boxed in and slightly claustrophobic. I guess they decided they don't want to use that window, but it would be quite nice to sit here and be able to look out.
Yes, it would. Upstairs, in the bedroom.
Whoa, OK. I think it's just the colours that's just a bit whoa for me.
Yeah.
This loud and proud 1920s terrace is on the market for 650 grand.
650, wow.
Pretty good. Compare that to your place.
If I'm buying somewhere here, I would just buy it right now.
I probably would too.
I mean, like 650, yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
The rival sellers agreed this house is definitely worth its price tag, while Ansar and Annie saw the merit of a warm and inviting living room. Today I'm in North East London, giving 3 sellers some sterling advice on how to make big changes that will hopefully lead to an offer from Angela, who wants something she can share with her grown-up children.
I want something Victorian, Edwardian, that type of style. I love cooking, so I need a big kitchen as well.
After checking out the competition, my 3 rival sellers have all picked up a tip or 2 on how to keep their homes in the running.
Even though we have got loads of colour, it's paint.
Yeah.
You can do what you like with
Yeah,
paint.
of course.
The plus side we've got is that it's got a lot of potential to it.
Yeah.
You can make it into something really
We can do
special.
something. We can make yours a winner. We've got time to do that.
We've got time to turn things
You've got
around,
my
haven't
help.
we?
Great, they've got it. Next they'll get style advice, £1,000 and a week to kick their houses into shape. Starting with Ansar and Annie's 3-bedroom Victorian terrace with dated style, mismatched decor and Artex ceilings.
I've never seen Artex on a ceiling like that. Do you know what it reminds me of? My mum's Christmas cakes.
It comes in handy because when we have a Christmas, we'd like take some off and put it on the cake.
Put it on the cake. I can tell there's lots and lots of lovely memories and things going on in here. But obviously when it comes to selling a house, you almost have to switch your brain out of that, this is our family home, and look at it as a commodity. Now, I know the green coving holds quite special memories, doesn't it?
It is my wife that passed away. That
She
was her.
painted that.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep it, or would you paint over it?
I'll paint over it now. I think
He's getting
I have to
over
get
it.
it there, go.
Because I think if you paint it white, it will help disguise the ceiling a wee bit. I
Yeah.
think because it's got that border, it makes the ceiling stand out even
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
But I think the green colour scheme is a nice idea for this room. What we want to do is create a warm, soft, gentle family space.
Yeah.
It's creating a vision and a dream. These are the sort of colours that I think would work really well.
Sticks out, doesn't it, the bottom?
Yeah.
It really does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sticks out.
What's nice to create in rooms like this is a focal point. Things like these lovely soft wicker baskets work really, really well in a sort of collection arranged over the wall. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's going to do the shopping?
Oh, no.
She'll come out with a load of shoes and one rug. We're going to go upstairs now and tackle your bedroom.
God.
Here we go.
Living room sorted, it's up to the palace of pink that is Annie's bedroom.
I walked in here and went, whoa! And that's what the other sellers did
Yeah.
as well. They walked in and went, gosh, it's a lovely, bright, vibrant room, but it's a bit of an attack on the senses, you know. So what we need to do is we need to make your room as grown up as you now are. That unit, I think what you need to do for the purposes of trying to sell the house is declutter that as much as you can. Now we're going to talk colour scheme. I like the fact you've got a feature wall here. I think it's nice. But I think just a slightly different paper. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah? And then a colour like this, which is called Orchid Blush, which is like a very gentle sort of lavender.
Goes with that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That was your choice, that was.
Yeah, this will just paint out.
Yeah.
I never really liked this one and never really liked it, but that was her.
So now it's gone.
Just gone.
Excellent.
So there you go.
Get the carpet up and see what the floorboards are like. If they're OK, you can paint them up.
Okay.
You've got a team of people.
Yeah, I've got some experts. I'm going to get my guinea pigs to come in and do it for me.
Excellent, excellent. And you do all the cooking.
Yeah, I'll do the cooking.
Perfect. So you've got some good friends
I've got
and you're
some
going to be
friends, yeah.
keeping them happy with curry.
Hope so.
Brilliant. Now, this is going to be quite a tricky week, I think, because I am not 100% sure that Ansar is actually ready to say goodbye to this house. Annie, I'm hoping, is going to be the driving force, and they do need to attract a buyer if they want to move on. I'm hoping she's going to rally the troops, and I'm also hoping that there's going to be a lot of curry and a lot of painting going on this week.
Yeah, Amanda had some really good ideas, didn't she? And they're sort
Really
of like...
different and modern, which we like, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ansar and Annie get straight down to business, giving the bedroom that gave everyone a pink eyeful a major declutter.
Timber!
With that old feature wall stripped in preparation for my grown-up scheme, Operation Declutter moves downstairs.
Boys, can we start with the sofa? Yeah, mushroom.
And Ansar's guinea pigs have arrived to help him shift the mismatched decor so they can create my warm family space.
It's not that heavy, is it? No. I'm glad I'm not paying them anything. But then again, I'm feeding them as well, so they're getting something out of it.
Next, it's Maisie and Micah's four-bedroom 1920s terrace with a wasted conservatory, bold colours and a confused kitchen.
Looking at your kitchen online, the photos really don't do it justice. People are very, very picky nowadays. So what we've got to do is showcase it well. The fact that the ceiling and the floor, I've never seen it gives the impression that it's sort of closing in on itself.
Possibly.
No?
We're used to it. We always walk in and we just... That's just how it's been, so
we don't
won't
see the
notice that.
ceiling anymore.
No, but I see the ceiling, and viewers will see it as well. And the other two sellers, when they came round, they all commented on the ceiling. I think it's worth getting somebody in. If it's easy to take out, I would take it out. If they can't, then paint them all white.
Okay.
And as much as I love this grey, it makes it feel quite dark, so I think it needs to be brightened up. What do you think?
Nice.
I would put it on that wall, and I would put it on that wall. So when people are walking in, it pulls both rooms together.
Right,
And in terms of painting, I found this one that I think would work really well. Can you see instantly how that's brighter and lighter?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff you're going to have to do around here, I think, is decorating.
Yeah.
And when I say you, it's you, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because you're
that's
disappearing tomorrow. Where are you going?
Off to the Caribbean.
Nice. So your penance for leaving Micah alone here, your penance is to get rid of your office. You open it up, you let people see the garden. You want to make both spaces feel like they're together. I think it will look incredible.
Kitchen and office sorted, it's on to Micah's vivid green bedroom.
It's incredibly bright, which is great, but I just feel it needs to be toned down for the purposes of selling the house.
That makes sense, yeah.
The look I'm thinking of in here is a monochrome look. This kind of paper on this wall, and then use this colour, which is a very sort of soft, gentle off-white on the remaining walls. Look at the face, I'm smiling.
I don't know if this could work, but maybe the accessories of that colour scheme could sort of contrast with the colour of the room.
You need to tone these walls down. Buyers cannot see past green walls and lime green fireplaces. If you genuinely want to sell this house, you've got to make some changes. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate me right now?
5.
OK, that's not bad. I was going for an 8 there. I'm doing all right then if it's only a 5. Well, this is going to prove to be a very interesting 7 days. One half of the team isn't even going to be here. She's off to the Caribbean. The other half of the team is really not happy with all the ideas that I've come up with. But I feel that that bedroom is one of the one areas of this house that needs a major overhaul. It's a shame he doesn't feel the same.
She pointed out the calmness of the rest of the house and the fact that your room was so vibrant as well.
I think that the change in colour in my room would work for the rest of the house.
Yeah.
And would really give it more of a boost.
Micah starts by cleaning out his green bedroom, whilst Maisie tackles her office. Then it's onto the kitchen ceiling with the help of husband Albert.
We need to be really careful of the way we take them down because they're not all the same size squares. So as we take them down, I'm writing down a coordinate of where they came from. So in this case, row 1, right 3. So we'll know it belongs there.
Got that? I'm not sure I have. Finally, it's Dushy and Nahedeh's modern 3-bedroom townhouse with its cluttered and soulless appearance and tiny garden.
Have you had like an influx of people? Have there been people queuing around the block?
Not quite queuing around the block. Maybe a few emails.
It's a great property. But you know what it feels like to me? It feels like you've either just moved in or you're just moving out. So I think, first of all, we attack this room. The colour scheme in here is the sort of mustard yellows, the mulberries, the browns, the golds, the coppers, those kind of ideas.
Right.
An accent wall always works well in a room of this size, but I think you've chosen the wrong wall. This is the wall that I would choose as your accent wall. You can get the sort of flock wallpaper, you can get the pattern wallpaper, but you can also get wallpaper like this that is flat, but it looks textured.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a weave on there, and I think this lovely mustard colour would work really, really well.
Yeah, I like that.
What I suggest we do is rejig it a little bit. So I would put the sofa over in that corner.
We actually spoke about the rejigging, so
Yes.
I think we're on the
Nahedeh
same
suggested
line.
something, yeah.
The other thing that you obviously suffer from, that I suffer from, is plastic-itis, which is kids' toys everywhere. So bring that trunk from there and then get another long trunk stroke coffee table that you can just chuck all the toys in.
I like that, yeah.
One of the things that I would suggest that you do is pop along and have a look at a showroom. Look at not only how they decorate rooms, but how they dress rooms, because they're selling the dream to people.
Yeah.
That's what we've got to try and do to get this house shifted. One down, one to go.
Sitting room sorted, it's out to the cramped little garden.
We're in London, you've got outside space.
Exactly, that's what I say.
I know, that's what everybody says who hasn't got a garden.
Yeah. I think what would work really well here, and I've just been on holiday to Marrakesh, so I've become all inspired, is that Moroccan, North African, bright, vibrant colours. The colour of this wall reminds me very much of the hotel that we were staying in. And what they did was they literally just covered it with these wonderful, bright colours. You know, all those lovely, the sort of...
Plates and walls and tiles.
absolutely.
Yes, I love all of that.
Go to town.
I love the beautiful colours, yeah.
How frightened are you of painting this fence?
Well, she's
I'm
already
gonna do
volunteered.
it. So yeah, I'm happy to.
I've chosen a colour called Kingfisher.
Well, that's...
But look at the difference. I mean, that's literally
takes it to a new level, doesn't
few brush strokes. And the other thing that I wanted to say as well, with the floor, jet
Yes.
wash it and get it back to its natural state again, because it's all a little bit... Reminds me of a nightclub floor.
Now, I find this whole situation quite ironic because she is such a bubbly, bright, vibrant person, yet it is not reflected in the interior of her house at all. Inside, it's really drab and just has that real temporary feel about it. And I'm trying to work out whether she has mentally said goodbye to this house. She needs to mentally say hello to it again, though, and she really needs to inject some colour and personality into it if she's got any chance of trying to sell it.
I thought the living room was quite radical with the yellow.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, not sold completely, but hey, it might be even more sellable then.
By the end of it, we might be converted.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Dushy's come round quicker than she thought, and after the kiddie clutter's been cleared away, the first area to get brightened up is the garden.
I'm impressed with myself, actually. It's not bad.
Time to tackle the fence, and Dushy's decided she can't wait for Nahedeh's helping hand, so has roped in 3-year-old Jaden instead.
Excellent.
I know.
I forgot that you're an expert already.
Let's get cracking.
In northeast London, all 3 of my sellers are putting in some hard graft, sprucing up their homes in the hope to get an offer from fitness-focused Angela, who's looking for a home for her and her grown-up children.
My property likes are a nice garden. My home needs to be practical. I love cooking, so I need a big kitchen as well.
At Ansar and Annie's dated terrace, it's all about creating an up-to-date family home downstairs, whereas upstairs in the bedroom, it's making things more grown up. Ansar's mates around giving him a hand.
Right, who wants to paint?
That's it then, Ansar. Delegate away.
Oh, watch it, young man, watch it. Don't slip. I've been living with this colour since about 1996.
It's on with the paint and a fond farewell to the green coving.
It's a shame, but we got to move on.
At Macy's and Micah's 4-bed terrace, it's about toning down the bedroom and bringing together a more uniform space in the kitchen. With friends and family mucking in, they're taking a leap of faith with the colour I suggested for the walls.
I think it's a vibrant colour. I like the green.
It is brighter and it does brighten up the area, so I'm sure it's going to be fine.
Whilst the paint is left to dry, there's just enough time to take in the sights from the freshly decluttered conservatory.
Yeah,
That's a lovely view. Look at that. That is beautiful. I feel very proud now.
Next up, it's onto my feature wallpaper idea in the kitchen and a quick lesson for Micah on how to hang paper correctly. Maisie is using a plumb line to make sure the first piece is dead straight.
Can you see it's not straight? Does that feel right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our first strip.
After seeing all of this, I feel quite confident.
That's a relief, as Mum's off to the Caribbean.
Micah is basically home alone. His Aunt Yvonne will be up every couple of days, and I know it's going to be a good job.
Dushy has taken on board my advice and is visiting a show home for inspiration on style and decor to help her with her soulless townhouse.
Oh, wow. I like this. And it's really, I'm impressed that you can actually have a little office space as well as a dining area and a living room. There's a sort of unifying theme throughout the whole room. So it probably doesn't have that same sort of flow in my room, which I need to think about and see how I can sort of adjust it to kind of tie it all in together.
Back home, armed with what she's learnt, Dushy gets cracking on the lounge.
Goodbye, green. It's time for new beginnings.
Back at Ansar and Annie's dated terrace, things are starting to look more modern. The pink has been toned down in the bedroom and the dining room has had its final coat. But it's not just the smell of fresh paint that's in the air.
I can taste it already.
The aroma of Ansar's curry has reached the nose of best friend Gordon.
Hey!
And in next to no time, Gordon has the new feature wall up in the bedroom.
Oh, wow, it looks really good.
Top job, Gordon, top job.
Whilst things are left to simmer at home, Ansar and Annie head to a homeware store.
Oh, baskets.
Where? You're going to put bins on the wall?
She said baskets.
No, that's a bin.
This is a basket.
Really?
Not planning a career as an interior designer, are you, Ansar?
Annie, look what I found. Another basket. A lot of potential in this one.
Now he's just being silly.
We never thought of putting baskets up, did we?
Maybe you can, like, close it at night time.
And do what?
Decorations or whatever you put in there, they can go sleep.
Where is it going to disappear?
Genius. Over at Maisie and Micah's 4-bed terrace, the confused kitchen is looking more defined, with Maisie's maths clearly adding up, as the kitchen ceiling is all present and correct. Upstairs in the bedroom, Micah is saying goodbye to his beloved green walls.
To see it just kind of be changed to just white is a little bit heartbreaking.
Nah, you'll get over it, Micah, don't worry. Time to say hello to my more grown-up look and the monochrome wallpaper. Looks like Mum packed up the plumb line and took that to the Caribbean as well.
Right, I think we've done a good job.
And whilst Macy is sunning herself in the Caribbean, Auntie Yvonne steps in to help out.
Cheek of it, innit? They didn't even ask me if I wanted to come. They just tell me I've got to come here and help out. Maisie and Albert, you owe us a holiday after all this.
At Dushy's townhouse, interest is being injected into the living room and the Moroccan North African theme is bringing character to the garden. Inside, it's time for my accent wall.
We've got this textured mustard colour wallpaper here. Yeah, I've got to, put it up now, but that's where these guys come in, which is awesome.
No, we're going to teach you.
That sounds like a very nervous laugh.
Got the job, start Monday.
Easy work. At Ansar and Annie's now less dated terraced house, the living room is almost bang up to date and the bedroom is almost done.
This is dirty.
With the carpet on its way out, son-in-law Suli gets to work painting the bare boards. With a final bit of dressing, Annie adds her finishing touches to the living room and adds the baskets to create a much more eye-catching wall feature. After all their hard work, just enough time to try out Ansar's curry.
There you go, boys and girls. Tuck in, you people all deserve it. Thank you for helping me out today.
I love my room, but the front room looks really nice now. I like the little accessories we did, and it looks really good now.
What was a dated living room with clashing styles and mismatched decor is now a much more streamlined space. Subtle colour has been added to the wall, creating a much more welcoming space. Total cost £529.
What a transformation! Wow! Oh, you've worked so hard. Who's the most exhausted?
I think both of us.
You have painted out the caving. That's made a really big difference, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's just made the whole room seem taller. Do you like the colour?
Lovely colour. It's calmer. It's much calmer in there. You know, you sit in there and you feel so relaxed.
And now you've got your living room and your dining room. It's worked much better, and you're right, the colour's lovely. It's a very soft, calming, gentle colour. And I think the big changes as well are up in your bedroom, aren't they? Can we go have a look? Yeah. I shall lead the way.
The overpowering pink bedroom is no more, thanks to my choice of a light, bright colour scheme and a modern grown-up feature wall. The dated carpet has been removed and the clutter has been banished for good. Total cost £591.
Look at this. You've got your grown-up bedroom.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
Oh, wow. I love all the textures on the bed.
Yeah.
I think the colour is just really lovely. It's still quite girly, but it's quite sophisticated.
Yeah.
I mean, before, it was very pink.
Yeah,
and
it's too pink.
How chuffed are you that carpet's gone?
Yep, so happy.
I think it's lovely. I think you've done such a good job. I'm really proud of both of you.
Back at Maisie and Micah's confused terrace, things are starting to make more sense, as it's goodbye to the green checkered floor in the kitchen. Upstairs, gone is the green as Micah shows Mum Maisie and Dad Albert the result of his hard work.
Hi, Mum.
Hey, Mike.
It looks really different, doesn't it?
Yeah, the white makes a big difference.
It does, yeah.
Micah, I like the wallpaper.
Yeah, I did a pretty good job, I think.
So now you can come and wallpaper our new house.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just enough time to place those all-important accessories before Mum and Dad get home. Eh, Micah?
I think it actually feels, you know, my room feels fresh. It feels new. I feel ready to go back. I'm ready to go back there.
You turd.
The kitchen was dark and claustrophobic, but now it's spacious and welcoming, thanks to a bright feature wall and complementary colour choices. The conservatory is now clutter-free, transforming it into a modern, inviting room. Total cost £674.
What a change! Wow! Oh, and look at the conservatory. You can actually see it's a conservatory now. It's actually worked really well having the paper in the conservatory and here, because all of a sudden it ties both areas together,
That's right,
doesn't it?
yes.
And the flooring and the ceiling totally transformed it. So we've got rid of the grey down here and we've introduced green. But then upstairs, we were trying to get rid of the green.
The fact that we did green down here kind of replaced the fact that the green left in my room. So,
Okay.
You know, I'm half happy. And
You're getting over
yeah.
it. Let me go and have a look at it. I am dying to see this.
What was a full-on fluorescent bedroom is now a calming, grown-up space. My monochrome scheme has created a cool, sophisticated look. Total cost £338.
Oh, my goodness. Now, this is a transformation. Wow. You've got to admit it looks good.
Still going through the grieving process.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I like it.
It still feels light and bright and airy.
When it was green and yellow, it was kind of, I walked in and it felt a bit more, you know, just vibrant. But now I come in and it feels more...
calming.
Yeah.
You've really enhanced your chances of selling this. You've brought this bang up to date and the kitchen and conservatory look brilliant. So, top effort.
At Dushy's no longer soulless townhouse, she's finally cleaning up her act out back, and the feature wall is up.
I think it looks amazing.
And Dushy's even bringing the garden to life.
There's a massive olive tree. I'm so excited about that. Look, with real olives. Mmm. That's really bitter, actually.
Just spot on for my Moroccan theme. Back inside, Dushy's rejigged the lounge to make the most of the space, and there's just enough time for some bold finishing touches.
It's very vibrant, it's got lots of positive energy in it, and you can really feel the love in the room.
The living room was cluttered and soulless and a dumping ground for the toys, but that's all changed thanks to a streamlined modern look with a sleek round table and a bold feature wall. Total cost £770.
Right, come in, I'm so excited.
Oh, I love it. Oh, God, it's so much better, isn't it? What's lovely about it is that it now feels put together and that there's been some thought. Because I remember last week sort of saying to you that it felt a bit temporary.
I mean, to be honest, I think the last week I probably did more in this house than I did in the last 5 years.
The circular table works really, really well. And that mulberry colour on the covers it's just transformed them, hasn't it?
Yeah, it just gives it that incredibly sort of rich, but not overpowering sort of feel to the room.
And how do you feel? Are you proud of it?
I am elated and exhausted in equal measure.
I want to go and have a look at your garden. Should we run out and have a
can't
look?
wait for you to see it.
Outside, the garden was bland and lacked any character. Now, with its Moroccan feature wall and bold colour scheme, it's a space ready to enjoy. Total cost £433.
Well, I think this is probably as far as I'm going to go because it's still chucking it down. But I tell you something, this has been transformed.
I know, it has come alive, hasn't it, the space? It was a bit of a dead space before, but now it's got lots of colour, lots of plants.
Yeah, I love the plates on the wall. That has worked so well.
I think now that I can see how it can really bring the space into a different zone, I'm definitely going to be paying a bit more attention to plants, I think.
Good. And on the plus side, you will not have to water the plants today.
In North East London, all 3 sellers have gone the extra mile to try and bag a sale from my buyer, diet and exercise coach Angela, who's looking for her perfect family home.
I'm looking for a very cosy home for the children, but I do want 2 reception rooms downstairs because I'm looking to work from home if I can as well.
Ansar and Annie have transformed their dated Victorian terrace by creating a light, bright bedroom upstairs and a streamlined living room downstairs.
Pleasing to the eye, so yeah.
Yeah, whereas before we didn't have any decoration, did we?
No.
But now, right, now it looks like a room.
It looks modern.
Maisie and Micah have given the confused kitchen and wasted conservatory a bright, open, uniformed feel and toned down the in-your-face bedroom, bringing it bang up to date with a smart monochrome scheme.
Amanda was right about the colour scheme with the black and white. It does look a lot more grown up and a lot more sellable.
Yeah.
Dushy has reinvented her living room, creating a clean, clutter-free modern look, and the bland garden has become a beautiful Moroccan masterpiece.
But lots of different textures and interesting bits to it. So I think it's going to be really a good buy for someone who's looking for that sort of thing.
All 3 houses are finished, and it's time to show my buyer Angela. First up, it's Maisie and Micah's terrace, with its revamped kitchen and stylish bedroom.
Lovely, big family home. What do you think from the outside? I don't like the What does the mean?
Not sure of the terraced
Right.
look.
OK. Shall I see if I can get those 2 houses moved?
That would be a good thing.
Should we go and have a look inside? Maybe you'll change your mind inside.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Despite the outside lacking appeal, this house does offer her the 4 bedrooms and living space she's looking for.
So come on in. Lovely, big sitting room.
Oh, yes, it is. Fireplace is fantastic too.
Fireplace is beautiful, isn't it? Good start. Let's have a little look at the rest of the house.
OK.
Living room's gone down well. Time to check out the revamped kitchen.
Come on in.
OK.
So here you have kitchen, dining space, conservatory, jardin.
OK.
What are you thinking?
Kitchen's a good size because I like family kitchens. I like the idea of the conservatory as well.
Let's go and have a look at the bedrooms.
OK, thanks.
Well, Angela definitely seems to be warming to this property. It ticks a lot of her boxes.
So on this floor, you've got 3 good-sized bedrooms, actually, all with some nice features like the fireplaces.
Yeah.
And then on top floor is the master suite with an ensuite bathroom.
OK.
So what are we thinking?
OK, this room is a very good size. I like the size. Decoration-wise, I love the flooring,
Yeah,
I love the
floor's great,
parquet. I think it just needs a bit of cosmetic work in here.
Right, OK. How much do you think it's being marketed at?
About 625.
OK, it's a little bit more than that, 650.
OK.
So, yeah. Right, let's go and have a look at the others.
Angela doesn't seem too keen on the price tag. On to Dushy's reinvented townhouse with its focused living area and Mediterranean outside space.
It's a modern townhouse.
Yeah.
So it's not the sprawling family home that I know you said you wanted, but I want to give you lots of different options.
Okay.
What's going through your mind?
It just looks a little bit small from outside.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Let's hope the living room livens her up.
Come on into your lounge diner.
OK. Yeah.
Decor-wise, would you change it? Is this your...
Decor-wise, I would change it.
OK.
Yeah.
What sort of style is your style? How would you
I would
describe
say
it?
that I'm more of a neutral coloured person.
Right.
So I like earthy colours. I like a more bland look, I suppose.
All right, so sort of neutral and bland. We
Yes.
can do neutral and bland. Okay, but so the overriding impression in here is that it's quite small, but I guess you need to see the rest of the house first before you make an impression.
Yeah.
All right, okay, let's go and have a look at it. So Angela likes things bland. Oh dear, I wonder what she'll make of my Moroccan-style garden. You see, by London terms, this is absolutely enormous. What do you think of it, though?
I love the decor. It looks very Mediterranean.
Yeah.
You have the olive tree in the corner, the beautiful little plants around.
Yeah.
I think it's really nice.
It's a beautiful...
lovely feel.
In terms of the price, how much do you think it's on the market for?
Okay, around $650.
It's a little bit more than that. It's actually on the market at 700,000. I mean, that's why I wanted to show you this, because I knew it wouldn't be the kind of forever family home, but what it could well be is a good investment or somewhere for the kids. When the kids watch it, they'll be like, Mum, that's the one we want.
The one, yeah.
But I'm glad you like the decor.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Good.
Really nice.
Good. Should we go and look at one more?
Yeah.
Excellent. So Angela could see the investment opportunity here, but it isn't the family home she was looking for. 2 down and 1 more to view. Ansar and Annie's now streamlined Victorian terrace. We now have a very different concept. Again, it's not semi-detached. I'm really sorry. I feel like I should sort of try and move them out, but it is Victorian. It does have some nice features in it. Initial impressions from the outside?
It looks clean, it looks tidy.
It's got a lot of potential, but you have to have vision with this one.
Okay.
Let's get inside. Keep an open mind, Angela. Let's hope you like the all-new living room. Right, come on through. So I know you wanted high ceilings, big rooms.
Yep.
High ceiling, big room. Ta-da!
I mean, it's great for my family. 4 of us, it'll fit us perfectly. I have got no problem with the house itself and the design and the way it is.
You keep looking up. Is that not you? You're not a fan of the architect?
It's strange. No, it looks like a baked Alaska.
Let's go and have a look at one of the bedrooms.
Okay.
The lounge certainly made an impact. Let's see what she makes of the spruced-up bedroom. Come on through. Decor-wise, because I know you like neutral, soft colours.
That's right. Decoration is very nice in here. Lovely wallpaper, the bed fits nicely, matching cot, very nice.
Price-wise, what do you think this one is on the market for?
Okay, I would
tricky
say
one, isn't it?
is. I would say about $590.
It's actually on the market at 649,995. So wee bit over what you thought. We've seen lots of different properties, lots of different options. Shall we disappear and go and find somewhere where we can sit down and go through all of them?
Yes.
Wonderful. After you. 3 very different houses with plus points to each. Let's see if there's a standout favourite. Let's go through them in order. We'll start with the 1920s house. Lots of potential. I mean, I guess out of the 3, that was the one that I thought would probably be the good family home for you. What were your final thoughts on that one?
Okay, well, that was a nice house, actually. It was a family house, enough bedrooms. The only downside to that was the wardrobe space.
Yeah.
And also 2 reception rooms.
Yeah. Because that's you need that extra room, don't you, for your business?
Yeah.
The townhouse obviously wasn't going to be the family home because it wasn't big enough unless you all sat on top of each other. But from an investment point of view, or even from a point of view just purely as a house for your children to stay in, how did that one grab you?
It was actually quite nice, and I know the children would like it for the area and also the snazziness of it, kind of thing. The little garden at the back as well. Quirky bits and pieces in there. I think that would grab the children, and as you say, it would only be on an investment point of view, as opposed to a family home.
Because it didn't grab you, did it? In the respect that you could see yourself living there.
No, I couldn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which just leaves me with the Victorian terrace. What were we thinking of that?
Okay. It was a Victorian house, and that's what I like. I love that kind of era. There were nice features in the house as well. However, it was overpriced for me, and also there was too much work to be done.
So out of all 3, was there a favourite? Was there one that sort of stood out more?
Yeah, I believe that the 1920s house was the one that I would have chosen. Had the space been a little bit more, I needed 2 reception rooms inside.
So will you be going back to look at any, or does the search continue?
The search will continue, yeah.
Well, good luck. That family home is out there somewhere, and all the babies are going to come back to the nest.
Right. Thank you very
You'll
much.
find it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Maisie and Micah's toned-down terrace came out top, thanks to a little help from Micah's Aunt Yvonne.
Oh,
So we won.
oh,
We won.
fantastic.
That's really good.
The other sellers may not have come up trumps this time, but should all take comfort knowing how the improvements they've made to their home mean they're a big step closer to selling them.
Now that everything looks so nice that we don't want to move, and especially my room, I'm just like so in love with it, and I don't want to move now.
You know, if the right person walks in through the door, this is like absolute heaven for them. They're going to want to snap it up straight away, so I'm very optimistic.
And snap it up they did, because a few weeks on, Dushy's had some fantastic news.
We sold out! Yay, sold out!
Yeah, so we've sold the house and now we're off to live near my parents in South London. I know Jaden's really excited about seeing a lot more of them, so we can't wait.